All right, so working these little guys on an evening walk. So what I try to do when we go out on a walk is I do a little bit of priming, and this is good both individually as well as together. When they first come home, I'm going to have you do this together. So this is essentially going to be some directional changes. So I'm turning into them to slow them down and turning away from them to speed them up, and pay attention to me, especially if we're changing directions. Now I want them both on the left side. So I'm going to tap Jasper here on the e-collar to get him back to the correct side here. So it's a little tricky to find out position, and they're actually just attached to my body. I'm not holding the leashes. They're still attached to me. They can't go anywhere. But I'm using more e-collar, which now puts a little bit more responsibility on them to do the behavior, and it's good. So I haven't seen any of that crazy breathing stuff Gidget was doing in our last session, which that's good. But if she does beeline it for something like going out the front door, I think she's trying to like race as fast as she possibly can out the door, or in that case at the park, was to get to you as fast as she could and Jasper, and had a little bit of FOMO. And so I do like using the prong collar where she can try it. It's uncomfortable to do that. And it's a harsher correction, but I like doing something like that for a dog where there's a safety aspect. I don't like doing something for a dog like that if just normal everyday corrections of life. If we need to, remind her if she needs to go back to place or sit or, something. So we don't want corrections to be super dramatic. In the case of where she just likes to like bulldoze through stuff with all of her little Yorkie body, we want to make sure we're keeping her safe. So I've done that a couple times at the gate. Something we'll do at the house when I meet up with you guys at the house when they finally come home, which I know we're some time out, but that's super important just to keep some safety. We did pass a couple dogs. I did not see any reactivity from Gidget. I've tried to recreate that. I don't know if she's just guarding you more than she's worried about the dogs. It also could be like behaviorally, if a dog is out ahead, they're more likely to be hyper-stimulated and hyper-aware of the environment around us. And so now that I'm making her yield like this, and same here with Jasper, I'm tapping him a little too far ahead with me. Good. So that they have to be with me on my heel. It doesn't matter what's going on in our environment. You have to yield to my space, and just really shaping that. So this is something that I would do in the driveway where I'm making some directional changes, and then we would go, and if we come across distractions, I can go back into my directional changes, or I can plop them in a down, which Jasper has a hard time down Gidget on the sidewalk. So I'm going to tap Gidget here. But we've been working on it. So initially he would flee over to the grass, which I get, it's comfortable. I would do that if there was this was a hotter time. I wouldn't really be walking him if it was super hot, but he's okay to down where we put him. He doesn't need to pick and choose where he's downing or placing. We just want him to do it with me. Good job. A little far ahead. So I'm going to make him yield right there by turning into him with me. If he's kicking his head too much, I'm going to turn him down on the e-collar. Gidget, she's like, I'm trying to find my spot. But yeah, so doing pretty good. Priming is important for them. I feel like if I just leashed them and started to go and didn't take the time to prime, I think they would struggle a little bit more. So still just working through some things. Good. With me. Good job, guys.